What we're seeing is more people under more stress, and therefore children struggling more with typical developmental challenges that they have to face.
We are a stressed out society, and we're all feeling it, from adults all the way down to young kids. So we turn to researchers who work with kids to find out what challenges are stressing them the most.
ADHD, or attention deficit hyperactive disorder, anxiety, and depression. They're the most common psychiatric or mental health diagnoses for children. It's a mirror of our stressed society. Think economic volatility, social pressures.
We have stressed families and kids, and a higher incidence of mental illnesses that are highly influenced by environmental pressure as well as genetic history.
Dr. Ajit Jetmalani is the director of child and adolescent psychiatry at Dorenbecher. He's been working in this field 3 decades. I did some research after our interview to find out just how common are these three. Let's start with ADHD. According to the CDC, more than 6 million kids have it. The National Institute of Mental Health says it's more common in boys than girls. It's usually diagnosed when kids are just starting school. Dr. Jetmalani says before that diagnosis, it's important to rule out other learning problems, mental health conditions, or medical masquerades.
Trauma, anxiety, stress, physical health problems, not being fed, and sleep disorders. Kids who are not sleeping don't focus.
Anxiety and depression usually hit when kids are a bit older. According to the Child Mind Institute, in the past decade, there's been a 17% jump in anxiety diagnoses.
How do you know if your kid's just stressed or if they're actually struggling with an anxiety disorder?
A disorder means dysfunction.
Stress and anxiety are normal. It's not normal when they come with an unreasonable fight or flight response. Anxiety can also leave kids feeling physically ill.
Pediatricians see a lot of kids with headaches and stomach aches who really have anxiety disorders.
Depression is another battle millions of kids across the country are dealing with. It's more than sadness and grief.
It really has to do with duration and then function.
Duration. We're talking about 2 weeks of persistent sadness, irritability, or anger. And function. Is it impacting their time with friends, family, or their academic performance? The good news from Dr. Jetmalani is although diagnoses are increasing, he says stigma is decreasing. The key, keep talking about mental health. Address it early and often.